Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and this is a watch along of Foolishness. You hear me? Okay. This is a watch along of Foolishness that we have come to enjoy from time to time from foolish people. Okay. We have a trifecta of foolishness. Okay. Now, also, happy Tuesday. Okay, happy Tequila Tuesday, happy Taco Tuesday, happy Titi Tuesday. What y'all know, whatever tea you celebrate, happy tea to you. The tea of the tea, okay, the tea of the tea, or whatever it is, okay. Happy that to y'all. So, my initial plight for today was, we're gonna have a little Bishop Robbery watch along, but then I seen Fool 1 and Fool 2, which is, Boosie and T.I., kind of back and forth. Well, not back and forth, but again, the foolishness ensued with them too. So we're going to watch that too. We're going to have a little chit-chat about that too. And also some other little things. So we won't be here, we won't be here longer than usual. Okay? We won't be here longer than we usually are here, an hour or two. Hopefully it's not more than 2. It won't be more than 2 because I'm tired. Okay? But y'all know, first things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBirds, and. Also, make sure to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner, on IG, also on Twitter. I'll be posting on that. It's things over there you can't see here. Okay, so make sure that you are following me also on social media. Please make sure to like the video. Please and thank you. Liking the video of your favorite YouTubers helps YouTube share our stuff with other people. Okay, we have to have that done, so thank you in advance. Okay, y'all don't comment in the comment section. This is a conversation. Okay, watch along, but it's us talking to each other. You and me and we and us and all of those things around here. Okay. Now I am here. Hi. Hello. Hey y'all. Yes, it's live. I just walked in the house. All I had time to do was eat a couple of Doritos, take off my t-shirt, throw on my little sweatshirt. Because I like, you know what I'm saying? I like, you put a sweatshirt on camera, you take it off, and you put it back on the following day. I'd be like, you can, I have a lot of clothes, and while I could wear a different sweatshirt every day, I don't have time for all that laundry. So I can come in the house, throw a sweatshirt on when I'm on camera, take it off, you're going to get this, a silent stare sweatshirt until I switch out. Okay? Anyway. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Come on now. Not the three students of IG all on the same damn show together. Yes, tonight. Waiting on tonight. Oh, well, they will be fools on my show. Waiting for tonight. Whoa. Okay. Here for the foolishness. Okay, thank y'all for being around here. Thank y'all for being around here. It's the thing to do. Hi to everyone. Make sure y'all have liked the video, okay, and say hi. And that just means, say hey. You walk in, you speak. If you walk in, you speak. If you click in, you speak. If you shimmy in, you whatever. Come in and say hello. Okay. So hey some people, hi y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay, you know what I'm saying? How y'all doing? How everybody? Hello. Come on now. Hey everybody, present in the count of four. I can't pronounce that name. Is it Liza? No, Lydia? No, Lydia? Is it? I don't know. Y'all know I'm horrible with names. Because in my head, I always feel like how I'm gonna pronounce it is wrong, and it confuses me. Okay, but I can read. I can't read. The saga of scam and mischievity. Yes. Okay, and he was on live for an hour. I cut it down to 30 minutes because I just feel like there are things to discuss. Okay. All three of these fools are annoying, problematic uncles you don't want to be around for your own mother. Yeah, very true. That's what, girl. My bun is so messy. I was carrying stuff in the house, and because I was carrying stuff in the house, I didn't want my I want my braids getting caught up on my coat, and so I pulled my braids up in a messy bun. But I feel like it looks, girl. Listen, this is what I have to deal with because my braids are so long. Trying to get them up and get them down. Okay. Whew. And voila. Okay. Because that was the messy bun, not really made for the camera. Okay, that was the messy bun. You're carrying stuff in the house and you don't want your hair getting all caught up in what you're carrying. Okay, but here we go. Yes, and y'all know this, is a calming mechanism. I can just do this. Okay, but yes, they are some uncles you do not want to be around because they full of the B of the S. Okay, but hey to all the people. Okay, Bishop Robbery is the gift that keeps on giving. He is, okay, y'all, because y'all know I love me a good watch along. So because he gives us so much stuff, okay, he gives us so much stuff to watch along with and say, what the, what the, what the, what the, okay, what the is what he said. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, I got my water. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Hey to the people, okay? The trifecta. The three musketeers. Uno, dos, trace of bull of the okay? Hey, where she go? Hey, that's my, I just talked to her. We're gonna get into some things. Okay, we're gonna get into some things. Bishop Robbery in the live, that's the ending. I'm sorry. But we will touch on a few things first and then get straight into the B of the S of the bish of the up of the rob of the re. Okay, y'all, if y'all don't know, I break up words because sometimes I jumble words. So when I do say stuff slowly, it's because I'm trying to pronounce it right. I'm a fast talker, so I be trying to slow down so y'all can hear what I'm saying and understand it or whatever. So you know what I'm saying, Bishop Rob of the Re. That's why I do that. Okay, but hey y'all, I'm trying to get on. Hey, from Minneapolis, I have a lot of family. I have three. Oh, is it three uncles? I don't know. I have three uncles, some aunties, some cousins. A lot of my family live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Y'all have horrible winters. I ain't been in a couple of years, well, in a lot of years. But hey, thank you for the sticker, super creative diva. Hey, come on now, good job, cat. Come on now, good. I can sit over here. But thank you. Okay, not Bishop, not Bishop Big Head, little shoulders. Okay, the three dummies. Okay, yes, all the foolishness that y'all give that I appreciate. Okay, has it been? It's been 10 of the minutes. Okay, now it's not much going on around here, but I'm gonna share my screen because we have a couple things to share from Instagram. Just a couple, not a lot, just a couple. Okay. And then we have, a congratulations and stuff. Okay. Who I want to start with? Who do I want to let me just go to what I have on my screen. Congratulations, confetti. The brat. Okay, the brat. I don't know her real name, but she is pregnant. Okay, her and Big Booty Judy, also known as Jessica DuPont, okay, her wife, are having a baby. You hear me? The brat is pregnant, y'all. Mm-hmm. Yes, having a whole baby. Okay, the brat, who was 48 years young, not old, she's 48 years young, is pregnant with her first child. Her and the wife around here, baby bumping it. They announced it today. Okay, she is currently 18 weeks pregnant. Yeah, okay, Shantae. Yeah, Shantae. I think it's Shantae. Is it Shantae Harris? I think it's Shantae Harris. But the reason I call her Big Booty Judy is because she still go by Big Booty Judy. Okay, so yeah, the brat and Big Booty Judy is around here with child. The brat is 18 weeks pregnant with the first child. Of course, it was they had IVF. They used Big Booty Judy's eggs. Okay, they got the eggs from Big Booty Judy. Implanted that into the brat. They had an anonymous sperm donor. Okay, to be the do what it had to do. Okay, but congratulations. Okay, now their show, which I don't watch, will be coming back for a third season. I think, is it called Brad Love Judy or Judy Loves Brad? I don't know, but the show coming back for another season, and it will show what happened with this for them in the Bay of the Bee. Now they did a whole special with people. I'm gonna read some of it. Okay, the brat has been quite a journey. Okay, that she thought at 48 years young that she would not be able to carry, because the thing they've been telling folk, if you young, look back in my day, they would say if you don't have a child in your 30s, you can't have one. It ain't gonna be for you. Now, as we've said before, you can have a baby up until you can't have no more babies. Okay, and now with the money and with science, is helping people who thought they could not have kids have children. Okay, she said at 48, I did not know what happened, but here we are. Okay, now they brought up how they were joking, like in February last year, they jokingly said, "Hey, we're extending the family," and it was a joke. But people thought that was because I was like, "What happened to that baby? What happened to that?" I was like, because they showed enough for saying, we it was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. Okay. But they said, hey, maybe we want kids. So Judy went through the process of having her eggs retrieved. Okay, the egg retrieval. She got really, really sick. She had a lot of health complications from that, which will be covered in the new show. She was in the hospital, all these things, but they got a whole bunch of eggs from her. I think it's like 19 eggs or whatever. She had a lot of eggs, okay? But because of all the egg retrieval, it got Judy sick. Brat then was pregnant and suffered a miscarriage, which, broke her spirit. But, now they round here, she's again 18 weeks pregnant. Things are healthy right now. Also, Brat did not want to carry the kid at first. Okay. She said, no, ma'am. Ain't nothing coming out my vagina. No. Okay. But Judy was able to convince her, hey, you should have that experience, because Judy has three kids. So Judy has already, went through that 3 times, and she wanted Brat to have that experience too. And so, the Brat agreed to carry the baby this time. So congrats to them. Okay, she's 18 weeks, so she's, into her second trimester. We wish her nothing but love and positivity and goodness and healthy babies and healthy uteruses and healthy everything. Okay, we wish the best for them as a couple. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Let's see. There's shows. I think I watched a bit of season 1, and because there's just so much stuff on TV, I just did not catch up on season 2. I may peek into season 3. I don't know. I said they were going to get a dog, but I didn't let them being wrong. Well, now they have a baby. Haven't called live a long time. Hey, how you doing, Lady J? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. Congrats. Okay. Oh, it's Brat Love Judy. It's cute. It's cute. So congrats to the couple for their baby. Okay. Now let's switch over to my Instagram because I have stuff there. Okay. Because I didn't have time, y'all. I didn't have time to get all the graphics together. I've been really busy at work and I don't be having time, y'all. Congrats to Judge Mathis. So y'all know they had announced, okay, that the people of the Judge Mathis Judge show, they had canceled Judge Mathis, they had canceled People's Court. I'm like, look, People's Court been around since forever. I remember People's Court with Judge Wapner. Okay, and some of y'all may be too young to even know who Judge Wapner is. Judge Wapner was the first judge on Family Court, on People's Court. Back in the day, he was a white man, an old white man. But I like Judge Wapner. Okay, so the People's Court go way back to when I was a teenager. Okay, now I'm 41 now, so it's been on for a long time. So they had canceled sweatshirt. Seems like it's not all the way down or something. It's weird. But again, they had canceled People's Court. They had canceled Judge Mathis. And he said, hold up, wait a minute. No. Okay. So he at first said, they canceled my show, but I'm thinking is, I'm saying, not gonna be that. However, now they saying, not me, them, not me. They saying that Judge Mathis said that he will be coming back to TV in the fall on a show called Mathis Court. Okay, Mathis Court, not Judge Greg Mathis. No. Called Mathis Court. And it's going to be on Byron Allen's media group. They know Byron Allen is a rich black man who owns some stuff or whatever. And, I don't know what channel it's going to be on. Look, it's a congratulations because the show got canceled and then he got picked up. He said I want to be on some black network stuff, some black TV studio stuff. So he's going over to Byron Allen stuff. That's fine. That's fine. So y'all remember? Okay, y'all remember Judge Wapner? Okay, now. A bald-headed old man. Yes, I remember him. Okay. Love the show. But I'm not, because I be at work or I'm at work some days I can't watch it basically, and I just don't record it. But Judge Mathis is back. Okay, a different show. I don't know what network. Because Warner Brothers canceled him and Judge People's Court. They'd also canceled Judge Judy. But Judy, white ass, she's somewhere else. Around here. Judy's somewhere else too. So I'm happy that Judge Mathis will live another day on TV to call folk crackheads. Because you smoke crack, I can smell the crack. He always calling somebody a crackhead. I'm like, first of all, crackheads are people who were continually smoking crack and not doing nothing else. If somebody had crack one time, they're not a crackhead. They're not a crackhead. Okay, anyway, but congrats, confetti, to Judge Mathis for getting his show uncanceled. We will see where Byron Allen's media group, where it play out. Is it a YouTube thing? Is it an app? Is it a channel on cable? Which one is it? I don't know. Okay. But Byron is trying to help bring black people to be connected together, and I'm here for Byron. Give me a show. Byron, hook a sister up. Okay, give me a weekly show to discuss all the foolishness, me, myself, and I. Okay, on your thing. Okay, Byron. Somebody contact Byron Allen. Send him around here to my channel. Okay, tell him I said hook a sister up. Anyway, let's move on. But congrats to Judge Greg Mathis and whoever else Byron brings on, hopefully myself, to his Allen Media Group. Okay. Also, congratulations to two people. I'm like, I don't know about this. Okay. Look, I can't say we. I love the show BMF. I watch it. I don't review it because I want to enjoy it. Okay. Now, even though this season I feel like, Lamar is a superhuman, super villain who has amassed strengths of only, is he Thor? Okay. I feel like they made Lamar this season to Thor. He can't be killed. He has all the strength with his bag. So even though that aggravates me about this show, I love BMF. And two of our semi-likable people, we don't like Neo no more, will be on this season and also on next season. So congratulations to 2 Chainz, who we used to call Titty Boy. Okay, 2 Chainz used to be Titty Boy. Anyway, but 2 Chainz and also Neo have guaranteed themselves recurring roles on season 3. They will be coming on to season 2. Yes, that is 2 Chainz and Neo at the top. Yeah, 2 Chainz and Neo was up top, and then we have his name Da Vinci. I think his name was Da Vinci, and then Lil Meech, Meech's actual son at the bottom, who played Meech and Terry on the show. But 2 Chainz will be on the season. So will Neo. Look, because Neo out here having babies with women that wasn't his wife, I'm like, sir, shouldn't you go sit down somewhere? Now I know he got to make money because he got kids, but I feel like, am I gonna only see you as the person who got somebody pregnant while you was married? Neo had been acting on some show called Step Up that I didn't watch at all. But yeah. Yeah, Lamar gets some on there. First of all, the actor who plays Lamar is gorgeous. Oh, he's so handsome. Okay. He gets on all my nerves on the show. I feel like they made Lamar be superhuman. Ain't no way you was shot, damn near dead, was in a coma, came up out your coma, have a colostomy bag on your side. You out here still fighting folks and killing folks. Get out of my face, okay? They made that man to be a superhuman android. Anyway, congrats to 2 Chainz, also known as Titty Boy, okay, and Neo. Yeah, Titty Boy. If 2 Chainz' first rap name when he was with Disturbing the Peace with Ludacris was Titty Boy. He then changed his name, changed his flow, and came back out as 2 Chainz, and he got popular. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Okay. I never got into BMF. BMF is a show to where it may be because I'm from I'm born and raised in Detroit. So it's the story of my city a little bit. And I like a good hood story. I like it. To me, it's just like the Power shows. It's just like Power and Ghosts and Raising Canaan. And is it called Force? Whatever Tommy show, we call it Tommy show. Tommy show. It's like that. It's like that. So I like it. Okay, but congrats to those 2. I'm pretty sure once Neo was on that show, I'm gonna talk about that man and him, being around here being dumb. Okay, so those were some congrats. I want to get into a bit of foolishness. Okay, so this lady, we all know that Chris Brown was going through some things. Okay, they was ragging on him and Chloe getting him to do a song with him. He then had a song come out. He has Cassie dancing in his video with all this stuff. So Chris Brown was in the media. Okay, now get the likes up, like the video. Chris Brown was over in London at a club. Okay. And we seen this girl and her friends saying, oh, Chris Brown, at a club and they won't let us in. We're black. They don't want any black women there and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Blah, 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 and blue. Now, what thing at?
We were supposed to go and see Chris Brown. We got there. There was thousands of girls lining up there. Like thousands of girls. And they're not getting in. And we were supposed to be on the VIP guest list. I'll give you guys a proof. Don't go to fucking what's it called? Proud lane, proud whatever.
They forgot to tell us black girls ain't allowed.
They said no black girls allowed.
They're literally handpicking these
no
white girls.
Black girls allowed. No black girls allowed. What do you guys have to say?
London, you are shaking my life. Yeah? Shake. Chris Brown, what happened to Chris Brown, man?
Oh my God,
That's bad Chris Brown. He's Chris Black. It's Chris Black. What do you mean? If you don't laugh, you will cry.
You cry.
It's not Chris Brown, it's Chris Brown.
No, I'm not racist, is it? I'm not racist, but
Your body lie
So we see the women saying how the club would not let them in. They were there to see a Chris Brown or whatever. Okay. Now, after all of that happened, the blogs and everybody and their mama, oh my God, Chris Brown again, don't like black women, don't like. Lady Ben was getting, of course, feedback and people pointing at her, oh, you said Chris Brown didn't do this and all of that or whatever. Okay. So Chris Brown posted the video showing, well, first of all, stop reaching. Him and his damn list. Stop it. I have black queens all around me. You know what I'm saying? Stop reaching. Because somebody had video of Chris Brown in the club and there were black women around him. Now, people have said over the years, Chris Brown has a type. We see Chris Brown do have a type. Because most of his exes kind of look alike. We've never seen him with a chocolate. We've never seen that. But he does have black people around him. So because the people in the comment section was saying, oh, he back to not want black women around him. He said, stop lying. Stop. He doing that for killing 3LW because he's messy. But the girls in the initial girl wasn't really saying anything about Chris Brown. She did start off by saying we were going to a club where Chris Brown was. The club told us no black girls. We seen them picking out white girls and not no black girls. We then see the video of the photo of Chris Brown, and there were black women around him. And I feel like it is bad because I'm not defending Chris Brown. I'm just trying to explain things. Anybody who's saying I was at a club where Chris Brown is at and I was told by whoever that black girls can't come in, we're going to say, oh, Chris Brown said that. Her friends were the ones that said, oh, Chris Brown, F you. Y'all, it was an implication that where y'all went and where he was, y'all was not wanted because y'all were black. Now, old girl then said, no, not on my watch. Not on my watch. And she came back and clarified some things.
The whole thing that's going on about my video that I posted. I mean, I know I'm in the middle of doing my makeup because every video that I keep on getting deleted, but I just want to put out there that that video had absolutely nothing to do with Chris Brown, like nothing to do with Chris Brown. The only reason why his name was mentioned was because we was going to a club that he was hosting at. That's the only reason why Chris Brown's name was mentioned. What's the word? Me and my friend were contacted by the promoters a week and a half before this whole thing was supposed to be happening. And already I was going to a Chris Brown concert, so I was going to see him anyway because I bought my ticket and I was going to see that man because I like the man. I love the man, in fact. I love him. Yes, I do. I'm a fan.
So to me, she trying to make it seem as if I wasn't trying to diss Chris Brown. That wasn't me. That was them. That wasn't me. That was my friends. some people do not like Chris Brown. Some people do. I feel like the girl is trying to make it clear I wasn't saying Chris Brown said that. It was the club saying that. I don't know if they really had VIP access. And that's a gotcha. They could have possibly only had I can come to the club possibly access, not VIP access. But we also know how people hear stuff and they run with it because Chris Brown is currently in the news. And it could be also that, hey, let me mention Chris Brown. Because look, nobody knows what's going to go viral. So, but I can also say a person can attempt to say something that they think may go viral, and then it does, and they have to say, hey, we didn't do it. But there are still people who like that man, whatever. But she is saying, I was never saying that Chris Brown told me. Chris Brown people told me I was only sending the venue where I was. The venue where I was told me I can't get in because I'm black. Well, okay. Well, fuck the venue. And the gotcha is, why aren't more people calling the venue out? Like, are y'all saying black women can't get in? Is that what it is? Anywhere it go, she like it wasn't me. Let's not keep addressing her. Okay, I want to move on to Roland Ray. I don't know why, look. The first time I saw Roland Ray, we saw him on Catfish seasons ago. This is also proof of how all it takes is one viral moment and you're infamous in reality TV, social media, or whatever. Okay, that's what I think that Roland Ray is. I don't know what Roland Ray beef is with Tommy, but baby, he posted this and I said, bitch, what? I was laughing. I was laughing, okay? And what he said was, I've been letting Tommy, Tommy is from, also Tommy, who is from Love and Hip Hop, I think Atlanta. Yeah, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta from seasons ago. I still don't know why she's consistently fussing with folk and get it. It's just messy. Now, Roland Ray messy is too. Do not get me wrong. He just as messy as her. Two messy broads in wigs fussing with, not a broad. Two messy people in wigs fussing. But Roland Ray said, I've been letting Tommy Lee slide, but the old bitch been trying me on my time. As if she just wasn't 2 months away from applying for Social Security and using that mental disorder, she had to keep her bills paid. Luckily, Natalie summoned her from the underworld. Bitch, from the underworld. From the underworld to make another complete fool of herself, but she want to keep laughing and trying me as if me and her daughter not the same age. Your own daughter wrote me and said not to pay your not to pay your toll. I think you mean troll. Not to pay your toll any mind, but you keep trying to park on my side of the street. You keep trying to park on my side of the street. Well, you need to stay on the sidewalk if you know what's best for you. I'm really him, her, and them. Play with somebody else before you end up missing. You're a grandmother. Act like it. Oh, Hattie Mae looking ass. Oh, Hattie Mae looking ass want to jump in the ring for fame when she need to jump in the AA meeting. Play with somebody else. Girl, Tommy is really a grandmother. Tommy is a whole grandmother, and she be out here fighting. I can't imagine my grandmama out here. I can't imagine my mama, because my mama's a grandmama. My mom, you know what I'm saying? And I can't imagine my mama. DJ would be appalled if his Grammy was out here fighting. And Tommy around here fist fighting folk for nothing. Now, once I seen that, I then seen this shit. Okay? Tommy, that's her slapping Natalie Nunn. There's Nelly on the floor. It's gonna replay. Just keep watching, okay? See, because YouTube is funny acting or whatever, and folks be flagging stuff or whatever. For some stuff, I'm not even gonna put it in the comment section. You have to watch me to see what we gonna discuss around here, okay? I couldn't put Tommy Lee and Nelly fussing in case somebody want to come get me for my views. However, we know Natalie Nunn and Tommy were going to be fighting in this Zeus fight. We know that Floyd fighting somebody, and so was Tommy and Natalie Nunn. Now, the fact that Tommy walked up and this kind of slapped Natalie, and the fact that Natalie got right up. I don't watch Zeus anymore. I don't. I stopped watching Zeus. I don't review the shows because to me it's nothing but debauchery, foolishness, and I can't keep condoning shows that are full of hoes fighting for no reason. I'm too old for that. I don't mind if you fight a little bit here, a little bit there, but if every episode of somebody just banging it on, I'm like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. And Natalie was literally sitting there eating her food. Sitting there eating her food and her flip-flops. Okay, her flat-ins. And Tommy came up and slapped in the face, and a fight ensued. Natalie got knocked down on the ground. Wig pulled off, but Natalie was ready to buck up. I'm going to fight you, ho. We're going to fight today. Walk up, smack. I'm like, what? What happened? Why you do that for? Why you do that for? If you walk up and smack me, bitch, I'm taking your head off. You hear me? You hear me? Security can't stop me. Because I'm going over security. Either over or under. Not through, over or under. Catch me in the air, bitch. Bitch, catch me in the air. Because who does that? Now apparently she was up there kind of fussing a little bit with Roly Poly. And then this came and this bops Natalie in the face. I was like, if we supposed to fight, for Zeus and it's a paid thing or whatnot, what are you walking up hitting me in the face for? When you see me not paying you no attention, I'm sitting up and eating my food. But again, Zeus is a show. And why she had a girl, what is she holding? Is she trying to stab some damn body? Girl, what is you doing? Who the fuck gave her some silverware? Nobody should give her no damn silverware. Don't do that. No one needs that. Tommy played too damn much. Tommy will get her ass kicked. You hear me? You can't, man, look. No, ma'am. No, sir. Yeah. Anyway. So those are all of the early little, little tidbits we're gonna get into what we can't get into. But first, I need y'all to do me a favor and like the video. Because y'all should be liking the video anyway. Let's get into T.I. and Boosie. So, when that Charleston white dude was coming for Boosie's son and T.I.'s son, we seen Boosie and T.I. tag team and come up together the tag team championship group to, make it seem as if they kids is their hearts and they doing everything to protect the children. So at that point in time, we seen Boosie and T.I. hanging out together, talking about they shooting a show together. They're gonna do an album together. Okay, all that came out. Well, T.I. did the interview. And it wasn't even a recent interview. It was an interview from whenever, from before. And T.I. was saying in said interview, I think it was on his podcast as well. T.I. was saying, hey, years ago, when I was arrested for something, we got put over, whatever, me, my cousin, and so on, or whoever. And there was these charges, okay? And my cousin, who was in the car with me, okay, died after we were arrested and out on bond and waiting for trial or whatever. And T.I. said he talked to the dead cousin, mentally. He talked to dead cousin. And dead cousin said, you know what, go ahead and blame me. Say I did it. Say everything is on me because I'm dead. I can't get no jail time. I'm already gone. Okay. And for you to avoid jail, T.I. said he had a conversation with dead cousin, and dead cousin said, it's cool for you to use me to get out of trouble. Look, the only time, in my opinion, I feel like if you and somebody else got into some trouble, they die. They was there with you. They die. And you live to see the day. If that's what happened, and as long as it doesn't ruin like some benefits they family gonna get or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If it is a crimeless snitching, meaning nobody is gonna go to jail or feel some kind of way because you done told the law that cousin Two Man, cousin Ray, cousin Buck was the one who had the gun, and cousin Buck dead. Okay, I don't see an issue with that. T.I. should just say, look, I was alive, cousin Buck was dead or whatever. I gave cousin Buck the charge. Now, I don't know why T.I. told people, he told the police that his cousin was the one who, I think it was either a cousin, a good friend, I think it was a cousin, cousin, good friend, whoever. I don't know why T.I. told anybody that he did that. I'm like, people really need to look, I've done a lot of story times, but there's a lot I would never tell y'all because I have lived a life. You hear me? And I know people who have lived a life. There are some things you just don't say. And for me, the one thing I would never say as a gangster rapper is that one time I got arrested with my cousin, and when my cousin died, I blamed him. I told the police he did it. He did it, sir. It was all him. Or who? All the dead man. You know what I'm saying? No. Unless you talked to your cousin before he died, and on his deathbed, he said, you know what? Let me take the charge. Okay, unless he on his deathbed, he said, Jesus, tell T.I. to snitch on me. Tell T.I. to blame me. That's the only way I feel like it's okay. But that's what T.I. told them. Now, Boosie, I don't know where Boosie been. But Boosie was upset. Boosie was around here interviewing with the person who, look, Vlad interviews everybody. He was just talking to Stephanie Mills. I feel good, baby, I feel good. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Anyway, Vlad talks to everyone. He talks to Boosie the most, though. He and Boosie have bi-weekly interviews. Boosie don't, in my opinion, Boosie don't do enough in life for him to need an interview every 2 to 3 weeks. He ain't did shit. He ain't went nowhere. Why you keep talking to Boosie? Anyway, Boosie was on there with Vlad talking. Now, y'all know We're going to listen to what he said, a little snippet. Now, y'all know if you are watching the real the play and you get here and ain't no video because I had to take it out. Okay, you have to watch live to see what we're discussing. I also had to speed up what Boosie said, and then I slowed it on down. So the audio is going to play twice. Speed it up for funnies, because it was hilarious hearing his voice talk, okay? And I then slowed it down so we can see what Boosie said slowly, okay? So listen to Boosie and his foolishness.
Situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I'll spare.
Man, when I was fast, man, I laughed so hard listening to that shit. I was like, Lord, it's a long interview he does with Boosie. I had a little clip. Not Boosie had mentioned was snipping. Boosie like, when T.I. turns out. So we know years ago, T.I. was caught with all them guns. Did not do much time. He did have some Crime Stopper stuff. You know what I'm saying? He was shooting stuff at Crime Stoppers or whatever. Telling folk, don't do what I did. Don't be a fool for drugs and guns. Okay? So we know that happened a minute ago. Well, T.I. heard about Lil Boosie, saying that. And T.I. said, not on my watch. T.I. wrote a whole paragraph. Okay. Now again, I want to reiterate, we saw T.I. and Boosie hanging around each other a little while ago. So I did feel like, did Boosie not know T.I. was snitching? Like, did he not know what's going on? But T.I. said on his IG page, yeah. So I don't know if it's your OG, your OG uncle that need to see it, but I got my paperwork ready. So pull up. My number the same, my address the same, my nigga. To get on the net and speak on shit you've never spoke to me about and leave me to believe you've been hiding your heart the whole time. I never speak certain disrespect on your name, reputation, by the if, homie. The convict code say, when in doubt, put a paperwork out. It's a convict code? It's a convict code? The convict code say, when in doubt, put a paperwork out. Somebody put that on a shirt. When in doubt, put a paperwork out. And if you ain't did that, I don't know what type of time you on, but I say again, if it was a question or confusion about anything I said, you could have called and asked so you can report back into your OG. Or you could have put up and checked the black and white like I'm offering now. Either way, though, my nigga, I ain't buying no nigga opinion on me, because what they think will never overrule what I know. So don't wonder no more, homie. Answer the if. Pull up and report back to the rest of these niggas whose opinions matter so much to you. Because I could give a fuck about what a nigga think about me. Okay? The tail shall never wag the dog. The tail shall never wag the dog. Okay. Leadership leads with facts and stacks. We don't follow no fantasy island shit. Remember that. And I ain't been on my knees for nothing or fearing nothing but God. So come and see what you want. So come and see what you're speaking about till next time you can speak intelligently. Okay. Mama, he live again 2.0. Because y'all know Boosie's IG page is always getting deleted. I expected more from you. The shit ain't solid. Obviously, I thought we was something we wasn't. I said, T.I. is upset. He is mad. Now, in my opinion, I didn't read none of it. Boosie was also saying in the interview how he had all these phone calls from his homies or whatever, and how all these people were texting him and saying, "You Boosie, you the last real OG left. Ain't nobody left but you. You the only one left, Boosie Badass. You can't be around here doing no album with T.I." So Boosie said the album they had done together is canceled. Because as he said, T.I. is a fucking rat. Okay, that's what Boosie said that, not T.I. Boosie said T.I. is a fucking rat. He can't deal with no rat. Anybody who corroborate anything, is a rat. He can't do that, and I don't care. And I can't have nobody in the hood looking at me like I'm the one hanging out with somebody who ain't. I'm like, look, yo. First of all, don't nobody care, Boosie. Don't care. No one. Okay, it's to me, T.I.'s response is cool with me only because I thought him and Boosie was cool. I thought that. So I do find it weird that during the interview, Boosie's asked by Vlad about T.I. He went, T.I. ain't shit. T.I. snitch. And I'm like, sometimes we have to learn to say, I don't know, man. I got to holler at him. Because I don't know what's going on. But if y'all saying that he said he snitched, if he said he snitched, if he told... Now again, T.I. should have never said he snitched on... T.I. should have never said, I lied to the police to save my own ass. Because that's what it was. It was either I'm going to jail... Because dead people ain't going to jail. And my dead cousin wouldn't want me in prison. I mean, T.I. still ended up going to prison a couple times. But, I mean, he didn't go that time. Okay. But, it's just like... But Boosie always saying some crazy stuff on Vlad. He always. But I'm like, can somebody get me out the group chat? Okay, because T.I. wrote a whole goddamn soliloquy to Boosie. And the main thing was, nigga, you know my number. You know where I live. I thought it was cool. We did a whole album together, allegedly, as Boosie said. You know what I'm saying? If you thought I was out here being flawed, come see about me, nigga. I ain't no snitch. And I think it's two different things. T.I. telling the police his dead cousin did something for T.I. to get out of jail, to me, ain't snitching. Now, when he got arrested for them guns and stuff, back when him and Tiny got pulled over, after, was it the BET Awards? Either the BET Awards or it was some award show that T.I. and Tiny was pulled over, arrested, all them guns and some drugs or whatever. When that happened, they're saying he snitched at that time. So I don't think T.I. is even addressing, or even Boosie are addressing the same situation. Because again, T.I. saying, hey, police, my dead cousin did it. To me, ain't the same as him being arrested for gun shit. And then saying, police, let me tell you on some other people to get me out of this bind. And I'm going to tell on people who was alive. Not dead, alive. If T.I. snitched on folks who are alive that got them folks arrested, that's a snitch. T.I. and his cousin being arrested, and in the time of them being arrested and waiting for the case to progress, cousin died and he just said, dead cousin did it because cousin dead. That ain't snitching. It ain't. I still wouldn't have said it, because people still felt like T.I. did not get it out of time for all them guns he had. T.I. got caught with a whole bunch of stuff, okay? And, I mean, but as he said, I got my paperwork. If T.I. just post your paperwork on IG. Go live on IG, put the paperwork up, Scan a copy. We can see it. And let it be. But you can't keep saying I got my paperwork as proof that in that case with them guns and me and them drugs or whatever after the BT Awards, I didn't snitch in that case. I have proof of that. Just do that. You know? But it's two different situations. It's two different Boost, you can't be mad that that man told the police his dead cousin did something to get him out of jail when they were together when it happened. The cousin dead. Again, if I was T.I. and my cousin and the family would not lose any kind of benefits, life insurance policies or whatever, by me saying, oh yeah, dead cousin was the one who did this. It wasn't me with dead cousin. Dead cousin did it. Dead cousin gonna do it. Because that ain't snitching. It's dead cousin. Okay? Anyway, I'm pretty sure that T.I. and Boosie gonna probably go back and forth a little bit later on about stuff because T.I. and Boosie is crazy. You hear me? Anyway, now I forgot to get a picture of just Bishop Robbery, so we're gonna use this one. Okay, let's get to the Bishop Robbery of it all. Okay, Bishop Robbery go together like nothing and nothing. Okay, anyway. So y'all know Bishop Robbery, okay, whose real name is Bishop Lamore White of the Head, is always around here on some foolishness stuff. All the time. Every day. Bishop Robbery is live daily. Okay, about stuff. He's always live. He's always around here. It's because I ain't got no picture of him. He always around here, you know, posting songs and photo shoot pictures of him looking greased up. You know, he around here in his little robe, you know, because he say he a pastor, bishop, or whatever. He's always around here smiling, looking like, you know, he's up to something. What is he up to? I don't know. He can be up to something good, something bad. I'm not saying what he's up to. All I'm saying is he be around here looking like he's up to stuff. And, you know, I don't trust people who look like they up to stuff, you know. And Bishop Robbery is obsessed. Okay? He's obsessed with social media. He's obsessed with being obsessed about. He's obsessed with attention. He's just obsessed. Okay? The fact he got this big ass, gaudy ass chair at the church, the bar mitzvah cathedral, okay, up here shining and smiling on Valentine's Day because his wife apparently allegedly left him. I like his coat though. He still looked like he up to something. But he was around here, you know, live again last night. Bishop Robbery has gotten smart. He no longer shares or saves all the crazy lives he do because he don't want any evidence for the prosecution, for the F, the B, or the I, the C, the I, the A, the I, the R, or the S. Okay? He wants to be sure that he can possibly get away with anything he's done, legal or illegal. He wants to never get caught up in it. Well, he was live yesterday, and he's blaming everybody except him and his actions for his arrest. Okay, so he was live for about over an hour. It was like 59 minutes. He was live yesterday, and I cut it down to 30 minutes for us to have a good old nice little watch along. Okay, and y'all know how watch alongs go. We watch it together, we comment together, we laugh together, and I crack jokes the whole time. I'm not mocking God. I'm not mocking church because y'all know God is the head of my life. Amen. Okay, I am a God-fearing woman. I'm not no. Well, I'm not a saint. I'm not a sinner. God working on me. Okay, but this is never in any kind of way to make fun of the church. But I have a clear indication in my head. I don't believe that man to be a bishop of God. So I feel like I'm allowed to crack a couple jokes. But this is in no way, in no form, trying to mock anyone who I feel like is a true man of God. Okay? Anyway, let's get into it.
We talking a little bit about, can't
Oh yeah, I sped up his voice.
talk too much about everything, but just want to give you guys a quick update on what's really going on.
He's always updating us on what's going. I've never seen somebody be involved in a case, involved in a whole case, and he just keeps talking about this shit. He just keeps going and going and going. Like, sir, let the prosecution update us, sir. Can we hear from the prosecution? Please? Is it always from you? So he's trying to update us on the this is it. He's starting off, I want to update y'all about what's going on. If you say so.
Best as possible. Just stemming off of what it has been put out there.
I also put a cartoon filter on, so that's why the picture looks a little bit, cartoon-ish. That's my filter,
What has been put out there. Amen. That's what I want to talk about. I've been getting a lot of questions about what the articles that have been placed out there, y'all. So I want you guys to tune in, share, let everybody know that I just want to talk for a few minutes.
Now, because he said share, I have the right to share this because he said do it. Now, he's up here trying to explain articles that ain't nobody read. Can you imagine that there are articles about you in a paper that people have not really read or whatever, and you want to bring people's attention to that? Sir, ain't nobody asked you nothing. Ain't nobody question you. Ain't nobody did that. You I know who stole the car, Jody. Who took the car? Who took the car? I stole my car, Jody. He the one asking himself stuff. He stole the car. He stole Yvette's car. Yvette stole her car. He stole his own car.
All right. And I want to show you guys, if you use your head, you'll be able to see what's really taking place. What's really taking place with the bishop, y'all. And yes, I'll be talking a little bit about Gremlin Reed, Larry Reed, because yes, he's a part of this whole debacle, y'all.
Not Gremlin Reed. Gremlin? Oh, Jesus.
So I want to talk a little bit about that as well. All right. No, Bible study's on Thursday. Bible study's on Thursday. I got to get my glasses because I can't.
People don't even know when Bible study is. Bishop, you around here. You can't. They like, is it Bible study? Is you a bishop today? Or is you an IG person? Let me know. Is you bishop for the Lord or IG for yourself? Which one is it? He IG for himself today. He's IG for himself today.
All right, y'all. So, I was going to do a major interview with a few networks that wanted to do interviews with me, but
Lies. I don't think he realized he's not as huge of a story now that all the major networks want to do with him. And he is a person where we see he likes attention. If major networks wanted to talk to him, can't nobody but God himself come tap me on the shoulder and say, no, he really don't want to do the interviews. God would have to come tell me So again, he wants folks to believe I am so popular that all the major networks are really trying to come talk to me. Sir, the major networks aren't even talking about you at all. Major network does not need to have their person who is in the story on their show to discuss stuff. Many news shows discuss what's going on in the news, and the people they talk about ain't there. Stop lying.
Decided not to, right? And I decided not to because of just a lot of things, a lot of different moving pieces, right?
Wow.
And I wanted to come live with you guys on my own platform.
Oh, first of all, sir, your platform isn't as big as the major networks. And that's no tea, no shade. Yes, that is your own platform because it's your own IG. You have 1.5 million followers on your IG. Okay, we know that. We understand that. Okay. However, he really believes he's more famous than what he is. I want to share something. As he said, the major networks were coming to him, and he chose to not do that because he wanted to come on his platform. Okay, let's go to the bishop's platform. Okay, we see he has 1.5 million followers on IG. Okay, he's following almost 7,000 people. And the reels that we have that we see, so this is what he did last night. Okay, again, it was an hour. How long was it? 57 minutes or whatever. Okay, so he did this on his platform, and it currently has 2,400 views, almost 2,500 views. So if the major networks were coming for you to talk, why wouldn't you go there? He has a church service on every Sunday. It has, 1,700 because it's 18 parts. It's part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. It's 5 parts in one day of service, okay? And, again, 1,700 views, 900 views, 500 views, 500 views, 1,000 views. So, again, I feel like he see that his viewing numbers are dwindling because he feel like, he's popular. So he's like, if I keep coming on my own platform, people will hopefully keep watching. And I mean, they watch you around here with some foolishness. Because no tea, no shade, he used to get thousands and thousands and a whole 20,000 for he used to get all that. You know what I'm saying? This one has 52,000 views. So that's what he was used to getting. 45,000 views, 23,000 views, 50,000 views. He was seen before, 30,000 views. He's seen his viewership dropping like flies. So he wants folks to believe that the major network people want to talk to him. And I was like, no. People, or even I only really watch him if I hear it's some dumbest. That's it. So stop lying.
Go live on my own platform where I have the opportunity to express myself. I have the opportunity to
Lie.
I have the opportunity to express myself. I have the opportunity to really kind of control and handle what's actually taking place.
Because he can block people. Was his reach that big before, or was it paid? Before the robbery that happened, No one knew who he was. When the robbery happened, he gained about, because he did not have 1 million followers before the robbery. When I first went to his page back then, he had maybe 800,000, if that. It wasn't. I knew for a fact he was not over. He wasn't close. I don't think he was at 1 million. When all the stuff started happening, he quickly gained followers because we like the bull stuff. We like the bull stuff. So I do know for a fact after the robbery, his subscriber count shot up at least 600,000 people. Because I know for a fact he did not have 1 million followers before, but he got it after. And the views he was getting right after the robbery was because of the robbery. And because he kept going live, fussing and arguing and cussing folks out, and we like the mess. He know and he see how when he is just regular, nobody really watches. And that's kind of, that's what it is, However, he has this false sense of fame. And I feel like he knows, okay, no one talk about me. Let me pop on live and do something crazy and they'll come back.
And I want to say this publicly, y'all. And I want to really say this publicly, and I want to advise you guys to really understand how black men are targeted. Black successful men are triple targeted, and black famous men are quadruple targeted.
But that's not you.
And this entire 2022 experience.
Okay.
And I want to give you guys just a real synopsis, so you guys can understand the truth, right?
Sir, we have been following you on this path of foolishness since the robbery. You don't have to break down nothing. We can all see it's a bunch of fugaziness here and there. We don't care at all. And he really tries to say, let me talk slow, so y'all can feel like I'm saying something different. Okay? Like y'all can feel like I'm being honest with y'all. Like y'all can feel like I love y'all and I would never hurt anybody. Let me talk real slow.
Yeah. And I really want you guys to hear my heart, and I want you guys to have an understanding of the picture, okay? The picture. I want you to have the picture of what's actually taking place in Bishop Whitehead's life, okay? And yes, not only am I being targeted, but the mayor of New York is also being targeted.
Not you and the mayor. You and the mayor? Okay. Let me bring the mayor in on my foolishness. That's that man, that the Adams man, Mayor Adams, who we say he's friends with.
And the reason why I'm here today is just to give you guys a synopsis, so therefore you guys can understand what's going on in Bishop Whitehead's life. And some people say, well, Bishop, why don't you stay offline? Why don't this? Why don't that? Well, if you don't know and understand what my life is set up and why my life is set up this way, then you won't understand the movements, right?
Right. You want to move around so folk can see you, because anybody would know if you feel like the people trying to get at you, they're trying to kill you, you would not be consistently going live to consistently get more fodder, up your ass. Because you don't have to go live. You can literally go live for your church. But now he wants to make it seem like, okay, let me tell y'all how they're targeting me and why I can't stop being on social media. Because my life was set up to me being paid for being seen on social media. Okay.
And the media has really turned me in from a victim to a villain.
You should put that on a shirt because you always say that. We don't believe it, but you always say it.
And somebody said, who's famous? Well, when your name is known around the world, I call that famous, all right?
Around the world? Around whose world? God's world? This earth? You're not famous, sir. You are infamously known as the man who was robbed live at church. I call you Bishop Robbery. You're not famous. And the fact that people is trying to tell him, sir, you're not famous. You're not. You are infamous. And you love to say that the media turned you from a victim to a villain. No. I feel like you turned yourself into the victim. And you also helped turn yourself into the villain. Because you refuse to just allow the police to do their job. To find the shooters, to find the robbers, and you let it happen. No, you had to keep coming around here and being in the camera. You kept wanting to be seen. You refused to go away.
So please don't be rude or you're going to get blocked. This is my page. Anyway, so
he blocks all the time. If you say anything, he will block you. I never say nothing. I hit record and walk away.
I want to take y'all back to how a lot of this stuff all began, right? In, I believe it was May of 2022. In May of 2022, I believe it was May, either April or May, there was a young man whose family called me because of an alleged murder, and that was the young man that turned himself in for allegedly killing the guy in Manhattan on the Q train.
He always brings this up, and I feel like, sir, you need to stop telling this story because you keep bringing it up. To me, shows you want the attention from it. And it's weird to me that the family of said person who called you, none of them have came out in support of you ever since. No one's came out and said, yes, we did call him and we asked him to do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G because we felt like he could help us. He can help us. No one said that. Nobody. But he always wants to bring it up. But the first time anybody saw him, again, he's repetitive.
And the family knew me. They called me. I assisted them into turning the young man in because.
But that ain't what happened. That's not what happened.
At the end of the day, I did not want him to die. And they were calling me and they were very scared because every time they turned around, somebody's door was getting kicked in because they were looking for this young man. Now, I was already about to leave for the day. I had my meetings. I had things I had to do. And
lies. Let me eat a brownie. I got some brownies for y'all. I've been in my feelings. I'm eating a brownie. Let's eat a brownie together, y'all. Bishop Robbery said on his first live that they set up the meeting. They had set up for that man to go turn himself in. So you weren't already dressed to go do anything. Because you had to change your schedule to go do this. So, now I want a brownie. So if you was telling us, yeah, what happened was I was already dressed to go do other stuff. And that's why I was in, the Fendi outfit. I was going somewhere else. No, you told us before that y'all had talked before throughout that day. Y'all were trying to set up the young man turning himself in. You chose to wear what you wore. You did. You chose to wear you put on a whole Fendi outfit to go down there because you knew the TV cameras, it would be a big to-do because it was all over the news. They were looking for that man. So you dressed to impress.
I had my meetings, so I was dressed. I had my Fendi shirt on with my Fendi blazer, Fendi shoes, and the way that Bishop Whitehead dresses. And I got the phone call, and his aunt was crying to me and saying she need help. So I told her, I helped him. Anyway, we got the young man turned in. There was a whole debacle with that as well. I don't need to get into that, but
you didn't get him turned in. They went down to the police station themselves, and he was arrested. You weren't even there. You then hurried up and got down there, and that's why they caught you on camera looking disheveled. Not disheveled, but looking a little bit perturbed. Let's look up Bishop Whitehead images. Because the image of the day that he, set up this turn-in itch, the footage shows him looking a little bit perturbed, a little bit upset. So this is him that day. You see it right there in the corner? And all his Fendi with his big old chain, walking around with his chapstick in his hand, about to grease up his lips because he knew the camera crews. This was a big situation when that all happened because it was a manhunt for the killer. So when he says stuff like, I was already dressed for the day for my meetings, really? Is that what you want to say? And the gentleman had turned himself in already. So Bishop parked his car and was running around scatterbrained to be involved. That's why all the photos of him is him kind of, walking around or whatever. There's no photo of him and said arrestee, the man who was arrested. Because they weren't together. Sir. 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 He parked, got out, and went round there to the thing. But that man was dressed because he knew people would be seeing him, okay, round here. But let's keep listening.
Young man turned in without his life being taken. And nobody gave the bishop thank you for that because this young man was a fugitive. And they thought that he was going to kill other people and so forth and so forth.
Not nobody thanked me. No one thanked me for coming down there my Fendi. No one thanked me.
And when we turned him in, nobody even wanted to talk about that story anymore as far as the young man allegedly killing the Goldman Sachs worker on a Q train. The whole narrative was created around Bishop Whitehead.
Because Bishop Robbery was down there fendied out in a Rolls Royce with glossy chicken lips. The story was no longer about the man because the man who did it was arrested. And even then, the bling bling bishop was like a little bit of conversation, but not much.
And he started to trend Bling Bling Bishop.
It didn't trend. It may have trended that day in your neighborhood, but that was it.
See, a lot of you guys did not know about this.
Because we don't, right. You can't say everyone knew me. Everyone knew the Bishop of the Robbery. We didn't. As you just said, a lot of folk did not know this because no one knew you.
All you guys knew about was the robbery of my church in July 24th of 2022.
Oh, Lord.
Everybody started to talk about the robbery, but yet everybody didn't know that I went through national news around the world because of me turning in a fugitive, wanted for murder.
It's not... That was not worldwide news. I'm here in Michigan, in Detroit, in the surrounding cities. That wasn't news here. That was probably news in New York or whatever borough, Brooklyn, Bronx, whatever borough you from. That may have been big news there. It was not it was worldwide news. No, that was probably something that was popular then in your city.
So you guys, a lot of people just knew what happened to my church, but they didn't understand how the whole bling bling theory started and how the bling bling bishop and all of these things that the media had started to put out there about me.
No, but no one knew when the robbery first happened. No one knew about the connection to the bling bling bishop until you were doing interviews and on your live talking about it. No one knew it. No one had a correlation between that and this. No one. You made the connection. That was on you, not on nobody but you, sir. Cut it out.
So I became a target.
Oh, God. Not a target.
Because of me being a
What?
A fashionable preacher, a young black man, and I became a target.
Of what?
I became a target, and then they did their research and seeing that the mayor of New York and myself, he mentored me, and they started to look at our relationship as far as friends. And the target began. So the reason why I wanted to come on today is because this young man, named Larry Reed.
Oh, here we go. You know he is obsessed with Larry of the Reed because that's just what he does. Fashionable is a reach. You know what I need to do? I need to do a reel of Bishop Robbery's fashion choices. I'm gonna do a reel tomorrow of his fashion because he says he's fashionable. I'm like, I don't think Bishop Robbery is fashionable. I don't. I remind myself. I'll forget. But, sir, you're not fashionable. That's not what happened. Okay? I don't even think not everybody want around me. I don't think nobody even care. No one care about what. No, you're not. He really, like, I feel like since the robbery, he has made himself a target. He's made himself out to be the martyr. We only talk about you now because it's funny.
Has been destroying the gospel community. And he has been extorting a lot of preachers.
Not extortion.
Okay? And this is not something that I just bringing out or fabricating. This is something that I have documentation of.
What the proof? Where the papers? Pull up. Time to see them papers. Can we see the paperwork?
He is someone that has been a gangster against church leaders and leaders that have either attempted to commit an error or committed an error, and he would find out about it, and he would extort them, and he would put their business out, and he would destroy churches and destroy families.
Now, this ain't me saying this. This is him. He is the one saying that Larry Reed is extorting people. Now, he's going to probably sue you for you saying that you have proof that he has been blackmailing people and forcing and extorting people. And I feel like you can't extort everybody.
However, when the robbery happened, and I'm going somewhere with this, y'all, and when the robbery happened, and there is court documentation, you guys, of pastors paying him money to be quiet, right?
That ain't how. First of all,
I'm not just throwing this up.
First of all, I agree, China. He like, if I'm going down, I'm not going alone. I'm picking somebody with me, and that is going to be Larry Reed. And I also feel like when you are extorting someone, you can't have court paperwork of proof of the extortion, because you will go to jail. Extortion don't happen in court. And in my opinion, if somebody had already sued Larry Reed for extortion and he was found to be extorting multiple people, that would be huge news.
You know, they're actually paying him money to be quiet. And there's a lot of under the table money also. But
is it under the table money or the court document money? Which one is it?
There's a lot of pastors that have been reaching out to me, and we'll get into that. I'm gonna get into that. Let me not get.
He never gets into that. He never goes into any detail about any pastor telling him Larry Reed is out here extorting me. He never gets into that. So if you're gonna come on a live to explain stuff and you bring up how somebody is extorting people and you have been told, right? Who is that? Who is that? Kareem Akbar, the nigga from the bank. Okay, who is they? Nino Brown. Who are they? Okay, but he never goes into any detail and saying, even I have. He don't even say I have pastors from the state of Arizona. I had pastors from the state of Atlanta, or the state of Georgia. He never even gives even little bits of information about who these people are, who he has all this proof. If you have all this proof, why haven't you went to the F to B and the I to have Larry Reed arrested the same way you were arrested?
Aside myself. So, when he started to laugh about the robbery in my church, and he laughed at when my 8-month-old daughter at the time, there was a gun to her face.
What's the procedure when there's a gun in your head? Sir, nobody ever laughed about that. They laughed at you. No one laughed at a gun pointed at a baby. No one.
And hold on, let me just block this retard, y'all. I'm sorry.
Not blocking. Y'all, you're not supposed to use the R word. Retard is a derogatory term. You should not use it. Bishop, you should know that. You are a man of God. Learn from it.
Lamar Art Buckle. Let me just block him. Sorry. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Yeah. So once he started to laugh and mimic my church being robbed and the gun being pointed in my daughter's face.
No. Larry Reed mimicked you getting down on the floor. That's what Larry Reed mimicked. He did not look. I can't. I watched that live. Larry Reed only mimicked you quickly getting down on the ground. That's what he mimicked. Nobody, in my recollection, I've never seen anyone mimic the daughter gun scenario. No. We didn't see that. So we can't mimic what we did not see. All we saw was you get down on the ground. That's it.
Me and him got into it. And when we got into it, I don't play. You know, I call it how I see it. I said what I said. I mean what I said.
Oh, right.
And what he did was, since my name was so popular, every single day he was using my name. He was using my name for clickbait, using my name to build his following, using my name.
Now, let me be honest. I had no idea who Bishop Robbery was before the robbery. I also had no idea who Larry Reed was. However, I did know or find out. Well, no, I had saw Larry Reed on Kingdom Business on BT Plus. That's how I found out who he was from him being on that show. And I love the show Kingdom Business is getting season 2. However, when the robbery happens, I hope he understands everybody was talking about the robbery who are content creators. That's what we do. Now, me, I never used his real name. I think after my first, maybe second live, where I may have used his name once or twice back then. Once I called that man Bishop Robbery, he been Bishop Robbery since. We don't ever use that man's real name. So a lot of people, not just Larry Reed, were covering this story because it was crazy seeing the robbery of the church. And then after the robbery, he kept going live. So a lot of YouTubers and content creators did that because that's what we do. But I will say also, Larry Reed already had a following before the robbery. Hell, I did too. Now, I'm happy that going live, doing watch-alongs, you know, helps me and my viewers and my, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a good time. But it's content creation. It really is. The same way he can cock them damn outfits that he wear that don't make no sense for attention.
And every time he did this, he would be distorting my name and distorting my family and lying. That's why I have a $20 million lawsuit against him right now. And yes, he's finally been served because we've been looking for him for months and he's been ducking and hiding and he's finally been served. So now,
serving someone with a lawsuit does not mean that you're going to win. Just saying.
now that process is going on. However, with him continuously trying to destroy my character and destroy my family and destroy my church, if you
Meaning, right, a lot of people have covered this. And he seemingly has been going after specific people, but Larry Reed is the one he goes after the most. Even though other blogs and people have also came after him, but he really has a hard on for Larry Reed. And I don't know why, honey. I don't know. I don't know.
guys listen, and we have this stuff recorded, he kept telling you guys that I was going to be arrested. I was going to be arrested. I was going to be arrested. And he kept on planting that narrative seed. Y'all gonna see there's more stuff there's stuff gonna come out about him. There's stuff gonna come out about him, and the feds are gonna lock him up. I'm telling you this, I'm telling you that. So he was saying to a lot of my church members, don't go to church. This is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. He's a fraud. He started to say all these things.
Now, I have to play devil's advocate. That was after you and Larry kept going back and forth, fussing and arguing. That was, because let's be clear. Once the church got robbed, he was consistently putting himself on his lives, doing press conferences in front of the church, you know what I'm saying, the baby shower cathedral. He kept bringing attention to himself. Once he brought attention to himself, people who had issue with him came up out the woodwork. And Larry Reed is someone, in my opinion, who wants to follow a story. Okay, bitch, Robert, when you beefing, okay, when someone contacts me about what they try to sue you about, I'm gonna talk about that. They both been going back and forth with that. The difference is Larry Reed wasn't arrested. And if people were already looking into you and you're now beefing with Larry Reed and then he just uses it for content, you was a dummy. You allowed somebody to pull you into a content creating match and you wasn't ready. You want the attention, but you want to blame people for keeping you in the news for one way or the other. I don't feel like Larry Reed was using you for content. He was following a story. Most of us don't make the news, but we do report it.
And me, I'm 10 toes down. I went right back at him. We got information that he's a whole. Larry Reed is. He has.
Because Larry Reed has not been charged with anything PDO file wise, I block out every time he says that word because that's his accusation. To our knowledge, Larry Reed has never been accused, has never been charged with that. So I make sure to bleep that part out because I'm not accusing anyone of anything. You ain't gonna come after me at all.
Multiple victims, and there are more victims that are about to come out. He has multiple victims. That Levontre was 15 years old, and he paid this 15-year-old boy $60 to have to have oral sex with him, right? And all this stuff is out now. All this stuff is out, and I'm just trying to lead up to show you guys what's actually going on. And so that victim came out and he tried to sue the victim. But before he tried to sue the victim, I told the victim, whatever happens.
Again, I have to clear up inaccuracies. Larry did not try to sue old boy, but Larry did send a cease and desist to old boy. Also, there have been discrepancies on age. They said that he was not 15. I've heard the person was 19 allegedly when stuff happened. So I just don't want to keep playing what he's saying because he's making it seem as if Larry was accused of, arrested for, in the police, and that's not what happened. So that's why I'm making sure to not put out any false narratives on my channel. But we're gonna leave that be.
He said, Bishop, he's gonna try to sue me to try to shut me up. I said, don't worry about it. I'll take care of the attorney fees. He came out public, told his story on my page, and this was just through the phone. And then he went to Tasha K and did a live interview. He did a live interview with Tasha K. His mother did a live interview, and his brother did a live interview with Tasha K.
Tasha K did interview that man. He's a grown man now. Tasha K did interview them on her paywall, on her website, behind the paywall. But again, the story has changed age-wise. And the last I heard was he wasn't 15, he was allegedly 19. But the alleged victim did interview with Tasha K. The mom interviewed with Tasha K. And the brother did too. I didn't watch it because I feel like when stuff is behind paywalls and y'all not trying to get that man arrested, like, I don't know. That's something, in my opinion, that needs to be handled in the court of law, period.
To establish that Larry Reed did And Larry Reed admitted it multiple times thereafter, after he denied it, that he did. And there are more victims that are about to come out that Larry Reed is trying to get in contact with to stop them from coming out.
Again, I don't recall Larry Reed admitting to it at all. So I can't say that's factual. However, what I will say is y'all do notice what he's doing, right? In my opinion, if two people are bad people and they're fussing with each other, and now Bishop Robbery, like, okay, y'all think I'm bad, I'm gonna bring Larry Reed down with me. I want y'all to forget about what I'm accused of. Forget that I'm accused of taking 90 grand from an old lady. Well, she wasn't old, she was in her late 50s. But taking 90K from someone for me lying to the FBI, for me trying to extort some. I want y'all to forget what I'm being accused of, because if I make the point that the person, somebody, a third party person, has these accusations out there, let me attach his accusations to my stuff, so y'all won't not like me, y'all won't like him, because we hate people who do things to kids. So let me reiterate what's supposedly being said, because I don't like what y'all are saying about me. And yes, Tasha K and Larry Reed was at least friendly. They were friendly. And then things changed. But if I'm trying to defend myself, the defense of me will have nothing to do with the guilt of somebody else for a whole other crime.
I'm the only pastor, and I'm the only person that ever stood tall to this maniac, Larry Reed. And he was so angry, and he had to do something wicked. So Larry Reed is also a part of this federal case that I was arrested with. I'm not going to get into that because I can't get into the legalities of this case. So I'm not going to get into it. But I'm talking about this New Yorker article that just arrived, I think a month or two ago, that I did not speak on it yet, but I'm going to speak on it because I've been getting a lot of questions about it. And I want
No one's asking you shit. No one.
to bring clarity to the situation. So Larry Reed was in contact with people and working with the feds to arrest me.
Because when the robbery happened and you did not go down somewhere and shut up and was actively fussing with Larry Reed on social media, the people who had already accused you of doing things that the IRS, the DEA, the CIA, the FBI, all them folk who was already aware of what people were accusing you of, went and talked to Larry Reed. He's making it seem like Larry Reed for a long time has been trying to set him up. Because Larry Reed was upset that I knew he was out here being accused of doing things with, you know what I'm saying? He making it seem as if Larry Reed did stuff because it don't make the math don't math, in my opinion.
So Larry Reed will be subpoenaed, like his phone records will be subpoenaed, because Larry Reed is part of this whole setup to place me in prison and try to kill my character. Okay? And all of this is about to come out. Okay? I was going to bring one of the victims just told me that I could tell their story.
So again, you on your live to not defend yourself, but to say what Larry Reed is going on, and then you're another victim of Larry Reed is telling you that you can tell their story. Where they at? Where they at, though? Where they at?
Okay, so, and they're on right now watching. Some victims. Well, I'll get to that. But anyway.
He never gets to that.
So Larry Reed started to call the FBI and tried to get them to arrest me. And he's a part of this whole case as well. And I'm trying to show you guys the maliciousness of someone that have been touching little boys, having oral sex and whatever else he was doing with little boys, young boys. And he's now a part of my case as far as, and that's public knowledge, because what he did was he played the voice message of the FBI agent calling him back after he called. So this is all public information, y'all.
We all saw the video of him playing the thing. We already know the FBI went to him. Again, in my opinion, once you got on live with Larry Reed and y'all was going back and forth, and Larry Reed was looking into what was going on, I do think Larry got involved. I do. I don't think Larry Reed set you up. I don't think he was out here being vindictive. I think he joined in on the already investigation going on about you. Just saying.
And I'm getting to the point of why I'm on. So Larry Reed has been pushing, and Larry Reed, when I got arrested on the week of Christmas, y'all remember that? A popular bishop arrested on the week of Christmas.
Okay.
Media, publicity, destroying the bishop's character. And that's why Larry Reed was able to say within 3 months he would be arrested, because he was one of the ones pushing. And he also he is, and y'all going to see publicly, he was in contact with this person that I'm about to talk about, as per the article.
Everybody was in contact with everybody concerning you and what you did. Everyone kept saying, go sit down somewhere. You're drawing attention to yourself. And people who had issue with you, Larry did talk to them, but I don't think it was a setup. The FBI don't have time for fake setups. The police, maybe, not the FBI.
He was in contact with the one that had set this entire piece up. And all you have to do is go back to his live when he stated that I would have been arrested, and he told everybody. He said, I told you, and I know all the parties, and I've been speaking to all the parties. I want y'all to listen.
But aren't you the same one saying that you are in contact with folks who was accusing him of stuff? It's the same goddamn thing. You are forgetting. You're saying the exact same thing about him. The same way people who had issue with you contacted Larry, and Larry talked to them. It's the same way people who had issue with Larry contacted you, or you contacted them. What's the difference? You're doing the same thing that you're saying he did. It's the oxymoron.
I want y'all to listen, okay? I want y'all to listen. I spoke to everybody that deals with this, and it's so sad. It's so sad, okay? So I want to fast forward. An article came out, and the article is from the New Yorker. Mm-hmm. Now, this article was written by this creep called Eric Lach, Lach, and it was published last month. Okay, and so there has been a lot of press asking for interviews that I've declined. I've declined so many interviews.
Lies. Yes,
and this guy, Eric Lach, that's how you pronounce his name, he's been chasing me for a story for months after months after months after months. And I told my publicist, listen, tell him, please don't contact me no more. So he had a vendetta against me as well.
Okay, so now he also has a vendetta. So Larry Reed has a vendetta against you. The folks suing you has a vendetta. And now the person in the New Yorker also has an issue with you. Okay.
And I don't know how he got in contact with this guy who they call, because everybody's asking me, they're saying, who is the businessman that they said you extorted? And they saying the New Yorker is saying that this is the businessman, and they named the guy. So
you're wondering how a reporter got the name of somebody who's suing you, he's a reporter. Reporters literally have to find out stuff. A true reporter, a true journalist, they have to look and see stuff. That's literally their job. Your job is supposed to be preaching the gospel, but you don't do that. But how you wondering how a reporter reported on a report, sir?
I want you guys to go to the New Yorker. All you got to do is Google it.
We're gonna talk about the article, y'all. We will.
And the first 3 paragraphs is going to talk about the actual con man who set me up. Not only is he trying to set me up, but he's also trying to set up the mayor of New York. End quote. And y'all can read it on your own. It says, that guy, I'm not going to say his name. Y'all read it for yourself. Because I'm now answering all your questions as per what this article has been beating me up.
No one, I did not even know about the article, and I subscribe to the New Yorker. You have to Google it. You would have to go to the New Yorker, Google search his name to even find this shit. It's not on the front page of nothing.
Okay, y'all want to know? Here we go. It says, on a friend's advice, Mr. They got his name, called an investigator at the U.S. Attorney's Office in Manhattan. And he said, I think the mayor of New York is on the take. The person who Larry Reed has been communicating with recalls and said, what do you mean? The investigator patched in a colleague and the young man told his story. And this is what he said. He said, the mayor of New York City is trying to extort me through someone else. This is an assault on a young black bishop and the second black mayor of New York City.
We're being extorted. So let's go to the New Yorker. I want to quickly share that because I want to just reiterate how a person can read a part of something. Okay, so this is the New Yorker. This is the story. That's Bishop Robbery in the hat and Eric Adams, in the pinstripe suit. So it's called The Mayor and the Con Man. Okay, Eric Adams' friends and allies have puzzled over his relationship with Lamar Whitehead, a fraudster Brooklyn church leader. Now, all Bishop Robbery said was, it says on here that, the mayor trying to extort him through me. Okay. Okay. What it says was, about a year ago, not long after Eric Adams was sworn in as the mayor of New York, an old friend and church leader named Lamar Whitehead went to an auto shop in the Bronx to drop off a Mercedes class G-Class SUV that had been in a crash. Whitehead led a small church in Brooklyn called Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries. People called him Bishop. The shop he visited, No Limit Auto Body, was operated by a man named Brandon Belmonte, who was involved in real estate. Federal prosecutors would later refer to Belmonte as businessman. When we read that transcript of the arrest, they said that Bishop was being accused by a businessman of trying to extort $5,000. So that's what the whole businessman name and Whitehead Bishop Robbery not want to say the man name. So allegedly, per this article, Belmonte is the businessman. Okay, it says the Mercedes was a $25,000 job. Belmonte paid the $13,000 bill for a rental replacement while the work was getting done. Whitehead wanted more. He basically said, "You got to give me another $5,000." Belmonte recalled, "I said, bro, the job was only $25,000. 13 and 5 is 18. The parts was $7,000. I'm going to make $0. It occurred to Belmonte that Whitehead wasn't trying to negotiate. He was asking for a kickback. He promised to make it worth Belmonte's while. I got City Hall in my back pocket, Whitehead said, according to Belmonte. So again, the businessman was saying Whitehead came here and was saying, I need to give him some money because I can help him because I'm in dealings with the mayor. Okay. He didn't want to say that part. See, he didn't want to say it was about him asking for allegedly extra money about the damn car. Whitehead explained that he was close with Adams going back to when Adams was the Brooklyn Borough president. He told Belmonte that Adams had once offered him a $50 million contract. Eric, we're doing big things. I got to get mine. He mentioned a property that Belmonte was developing in the Bronx. He said Eric Adams can make it a homeless shelter and you'll get city benefits, Belmonte recalled. Whitehead offered to broker a meeting with Adams. He kept telling me we're going to make millions together, Belmonte said. And he said, you're going to give me the $5,000 or I'm going to beat you up. Whitehead lawyers denied all this shit happened. Okay. Belmonte's friend advised him to go to the U.S. Attorney's office to say what's going on. He said, I did contact them. And I then said, I think the mayor of New York is on the take, meaning Bishop Robbery went to this man and said, hey, give me some money. I'm close with the mayor. Making him feel like the mayor is wanting me to do things, and because he has somebody else doing his dirty work, that's how the mayor is included, because Bishop Robbery was out here using the mayor's name. If you are using the mayor's name in the coordination of some kind of crime, some kind of kickback or whatever, that is what it's mean by someone saying, I think the mayor's on the take because he had folks he's close to doing dirty shit under his name. Anyway, Belmonte also said, no, the investigator packed in the colleagues and Belmonte told them the story. I said, the mayor of New York is trying to extort me through someone else. He said the next morning, the FBI agents arrived at Belmonte's door. They asked him to call Whitehead and began recording. So what Bishop Robbie did not say was, there is a phone call recording of him talking to Belmonte, because as it says, the FBI the next morning arrived at that man's door and said, hey, call him, and recorded the conversation. And Belmonte told Whitehead that he was ready to do business with him and with the mayor. So it's a long, article. It's a whole bunch of shit about how Adams and Whitehead go back, all that stuff. But again, that's the gist of that part. Okay, let's keep listening.
If y'all go to this article,
We did.
If you go to this article,
We did.
You will see his name because
did.
he made it public. I have to now stand to answer what this article has tried to destroy my character. And he's the person that started this whole debacle against Bishop Whitehead.
So he's saying because the Belmonte dude was the first one to go to the police about him, that started the conversation. But sir, if you went to that man and said, hey, I need some more money or whatever, or even if you just said, hey, I can get things done because I know the mayor, you started it, not him.
It's him. And when you guys do the research, I have victims. I have one young man that was supposed to come on.
But he didn't.
But I'm not going to bring him on. I have a few victims that's up here. So when this article...
But no one came up. No one.
...came out, this guy's victims, the one who's setting me up and is trying to set the mayor of New York up. And I don't want to say no names. Y'all read the article. You read the article. He made these statements. You read the article. And if you Google his name, you're going to see multiple fraudulent arrests, that he's been arrested for fraud. You're going to see over, if you know how to Google and know how to search, over 15 to 20 lawsuits of him conning people out of money.
If that were true, I Googled that man's name. And when I Googled his name, I only found like a weird website of complaints that had random people complaining about stuff. Even though I saw some court case numbers, I couldn't find the court case or whatever. When I would Google it, nothing would come up. I also feel like typically the FBI want a solid case. They would never take the word of someone who has been in court multiple times accused of fraud with money. Someone accused multiple times of defrauding people financially would never be believed to, oh, well, he is trying to bribe me for money. They wouldn't take it. They wouldn't believe him. He would not be a credible witness. He would not be a credible witness if he has consistencies in court being accused and sued by people. But sir, you have also been arrested for conning. You were in prison for conning too.
I have a young lady up here right now who will be on.
But she wasn't. She wasn't.
At a later date.
Not today. Not ever.
An incredible story. $70,000 lost, plus more damages. I have another young man that's on right now that this gentleman that they're talking about stole $85,000 from him and sold him a car that he don't even own. I have another young man that's watching, and I know he was going to come on, but he'll be all right. I'll do it
They didn't come on. No one came on.
myself. Stole $120,000 from him. I have another Orthodox Jew.
Why does that matter if he's an Orthodox Jew?
That will be on as well.
He didn't come on.
I really don't want to, I want these people to feel comfortable. But this Orthodox Jew, I met him and we talked for a long time. This young man, y'all gonna see the first 3 paragraphs, that's his name. Google the New Yorker. And if y'all can, if you look at it right now and y'all wanna, I think somebody put his name up. I already think somebody put his name up already. But if y'all wanna do that, so y'all can see, hold on one second, who this person is. He is a white man, and he has targeted a young black pastor and a black mayor of the biggest city, one of the biggest cities in the world. And he quoted and said that the mayor of New York City is trying to extort him through me.
And so you want us to believe that a white man who has been accused of taking $500,000 from multiple people, who has been accused and in court cases about taking money from people, the FBI is taking his word that you tried to extort him for $5,000, but you're telling us he was accused of taking $90,000, $120,000, and the FBI is using him as a witness against you? Okay. I don't believe it.
Y'all put. I see what y'all doing. Y'all see what y'all doing. I see y'all researching. But what I'm trying to show y'all is everybody's attacking Bishop Whitehead's name, and all you guys have to do is do the research, and you're going to see that I'm an innocent young black man. So
if you were white, would you be innocent too, or are you innocent because you're black?
I want y'all to understand. All you have to do is put his name, research his name and Google it. This is the one that the New Yorker is calling a businessman. This is the one that they're saying that he's saying that the mayor of New York is trying to extort him through me. I want you guys to do the research. I am a young black man that's being attacked. Y'all want to see, we look at Eric Gardner. We look at George Floyd. We look at Mr. Nichols that just got killed in Memphis. This stuff is happening with paperwork too.
I need you to stop bringing up black men who have been murdered in your defense of yourself. I really need you to stop doing it.
This stuff is happening to prominent leaders. And because I have a platform, I'm hoping that some justice will happen. There's no reason why they should take this man's word for anything.
But that's the gotcha. They wouldn't. Not the FBI. We have seen, y'all know, we watch tons of shows. We have always seen when they say, is this person a credible witness? Because if you do not have a credible witness, you can lose the case easy. And he keeps trying to, the simple fact that he also said earlier he was not going to discuss his case, but he's now discussing the case because he's bringing up the one of the persons who he was arrested for, defrauding and, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Where is your lawyer? Where is your scooter? Your lawyer should always say, do not go live and talk about any of this. This is all stuff that the prosecution can now be taking their time to find reasons around it. You are telling them what your defense attorney will use in your defense. You're giving away your defense strategy, fool. You now have everyone on the defense side, be it Larry Reed, be it what's this man's name? Brandon Belmonte, okay, who was the businessman. It's like, why are you telling people what they are going to just find a way to go around it? How have your lawyers not said, don't say nothing, shut up?
And nobody can't tell me that they're not researching his name and knowing what he's doing. I just got another text that he has another $1.2 million of theft.
Oh, so the FBI is using someone who has $1.2 million in theft to come after you for $5,000 with him and $90,000 to somebody else. So somebody who was accused of more theft than you is being used in your case against you. Okay.
Is it because he's white?
The FBI don't like white people either. Just saying.
And what happens is the African American community, all of y'all jumped on me.
No, we didn't, sir. You helped us do that. You forced us to listen to you and to ignore you at the same time and be like, he do sound like he be lying. Because when liars keep talking, we hear their lies for what they are. You talk too much. You never shut up. And that's why people did not jump on the bandwagon of attacking you. They just realize, oh, he out here telling on himself.
And now we found out also, as per Larry Reed, that he was in contact with the same guy. I'm just clearing up this article right here, y'all. I'm not talking about my case.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
I'm not bringing any of that stuff up. My lawyers will handle it.
No, they won't. No, they
and
won't.
I just want y'all to understand that Bishop Whitehead is not guilty.
Okay, if you say so.
And Bishop Whitehead and the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, is actually the ones that's trying to is being set up by a con man.
So one white man is setting up the two black men. And let's be honest, We haven't really heard shit about Mayor Adams recently. They're saying that, in my opinion, and I'm not saying any of this is fact. In my head, in my opinion, what I think is happening, the Belmonte man again is saying because Bishop Robbery was using Mayor Adams' name and conversation about getting things done, Belmonte felt like, okay, Adams is on the take, and he's also, you know what I'm saying, rolling around with, you know, unsavory folks like Bishop Robbery. But I don't see anyone directly saying that Mayor Adams is actively involved in any fraudulent things right now. People just don't like the fact that he has any kind of connection to you because they think you are, you know, the person doing some shady dealings.
There are so many victims from this guy. There's so many victims, and then y'all gonna see this editor write all this garbage about me. I'm talking about garbage, and once y'all see the setting from the first four paragraphs, and now y'all know who this guy is, you can't believe what this editor. And then let me tell you this.
What?
Let me tell you this, right?
What?
Some of the victims, all of these victims that are this guy's victims that he stole so much money from them, they found out about me from this article.
Oh.
And they were upset at this article. So what they did was they emailed the New Yorker and told them, yo, this can't be true. Look at what he did to us. Look at what he did to me.
Where are any of those people? Yeah, Mayor Adams, I think the most they said, they asked Mayor Adams how he, you know, felt about Bishop being arrested back in December, and he kind of like, I have no comments. I have not been asked any questions by the FBI at all. I have nothing to do with this. Okay, not at all. Leave me be, bitch. He's like, don't put me in that. I don't know that man. I don't know him. No.
And this editor, Eric, how you spell his name? Eric Lach. He disregarded all of the emails. You want to know why? Because he didn't want to mess up his story. He put it out there on what he wanted to put out. And he put it out there. So let me say this, y'all. So now, let's fast forward. Let's get back to this. So now you guys are going to be able to see that this con man is trying to set up the bishop and the mayor of New York.
Okay.
Secondly, Larry Reed, he knows that the reason why he came at me is because he lied on me and because I exposed him for pedophiles. So now what's going to happen is when Larry Reed goes to trial with me on my lawsuit, Larry Reed, you played with the wrong one. You want to know why? Because the allegations that you have HIV and the allegations that you touch more boys will come out during this trial. I'm going to be asking for health records. My attorneys are going to be asking for phone records. You name all the records, you done opened up the wrong door.
What does Larry Reed's health status have to do with anything?
They're all saying that you have HIV. You claim you're not. You don't. No problem. When we go to court, you are going to have to expose it all.
And this is the bishop. This is the bishop of the robbery. That he's saying you're going to have to prove in court that you do not have HIV. Okay. When somebody is making somebody else's accusations or somebody else's stuff as a reason as to why they're innocent, you're not saying anything that has to do with you. You're trying to say, but Larry Reed, but the Belmonte dude. And again, if you feel like you and your lawyers have this proof that Larry Reed is full of crap and Belmonte full of crap, or whoever's full of crap, why would you release any of that strategy to the internet?
And a lot of victims already called me. A lot of people are coming out, brother. And even if I just had Levantre, his mother, and some other people that's connected to him, brother, we are going all the way. We're going all the way. And your lawyer's response, brother, we're going all the way.
He really think I just can't. Lord, fix it. Because I can't.
All the way. Oh, no, it's not HIPAA violation, ma'am, Tammy. It's not HIPAA violation. Because if it has something to do with the trial, okay, we can subpoena the records.
Sir, Larry Reed's status has nothing to do with your robbery. It also has nothing to do with him reporting on the robbery. And a HIPAA violation only really happens if somebody who works for the agency reveals somebody's, information. That's a HIPAA violation. Bishop Robbery has no jurisdiction over anyone's health records, so that would not be a HIPAA violation, technically, because he isn't sworn to protect somebody else's health information from working there. Like for me, I would never divulge any of our clients' patients' information because that would be a HIPAA violation. Because I work somewhere where we have medical information. He at the church, and he's regurgitating something from a lawsuit that already proves then that Larry did not have HIV.
Okay? It's not. It's not. Do your homework. It's not. Court order. It's coming out. So, Mr. Larry Reed, I understand that you were working with...
Sir, you would have to have a reason to need Larry's medical information to get a court order. You can't, don't let this man make you think that because you want to know someone's health information, oh, I can just submit a court order. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. If there is no dire reason, it ain't happening. It's hard to get someone's medical records unless it's for an actual medical court case. Unless you're saying Larry gave you HIV, why do you need his status?
all of these people to try to hurt me and my family because you're... Somebody said, I'm not even going to repeat what you said. Matter of fact, I'm gonna block you. Let me block you.
Because he blocks people all the time. He's a blocker.
So that's it, y'all. I just really wanted to get this in the way, and I wanted you guys to understand that I'm going to fight for my life. Thank you. Somebody said, if it's in a court order, it's no longer HIPAA. Thank you so much. Pretty Mac. Thank you so much. But
that's not if it's a court. No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. You sound dumb.
we're going for everything, brother. You done sparked up the wrong tree. You got your views. You got your more followers. But now it's time. You know, when will it stop? Let me tell you something. The media has opened the door for my family to be hurt. My church to be hurt.
No, look, you did that. After the robbery, all you had to do was stop talking. Not stop preaching, not stop being a pastor or whatever. You had to stop making yourself the story. You couldn't do that. You kept making yourself the story. And now you have lost all your members. You had 50 members before, and now you got 12. You have allegedly lost your wife because allegedly she left him. And I have to keep saying allegedly, even though we never see them together anymore. She's no longer even at church services on Sundays. And she used to always be there on Sundays. And when your wife no longer comes to church and she is a woman of God, but she's still preaching on her page, we know Something in the milk ain't clean.
Me to be hurt. And nobody understands being attacked by the world.
A lot of people do. And I get attacked too. Now I don't get attacked as much as he does. I'm gonna say that, okay? I'm sure he gets attacked more. Anybody who is a public figure on a social media aspect of the world, a TV show, a movie, a talk show, a radio show, we are all open for scrutiny and being judged by the world. So a lot of folk know exactly what you're going through, but some folk don't put themselves back in the fire of foolishness by wanting to be the story.
Calling me a scammer, calling me a fraudster, calling me this, calling me that.
Once you say I'm not that, why keep fussing about it? If you know you're not a scammer and God know you ain't a scammer, I would leave it be. Now you have to prove to the FBI that you're not a scammer. That's different. Court case. But if you know what folks saying is not true, and once you address it once, I would never address it again. I would only let those who support me keep supporting me and say, forget everybody else.
It's wrong. It's wrong. And it's so many things that I can't talk about that will come out. Okay? But I want y'all to read. Read the New Yorker. I'm talking about this article, right? So therefore, since they put this article out, I'm able to talk about it because it's public, right? Which he should not have put the article out. Which he should not have done no interviews.
Why not? You do interviews. Why not? And I want to reiterate, nobody was aware. And also, in my head, because not that many people was even aware of the story, he's bringing more attention to it because he wants folks to talk about him. That's why I don't use his name. Because he can't ever say, I'm using his likeness. Because I use him. But I'm like, he really feel like folk use his name for clout. And I'm like, no, ma'am. No, sir.
But at the end of the day, Bishop Whitehead is innocent. And I really wish that my followers and the people that love God and the people that love righteousness would support me, right? Would support me in every aspect of my life. The bishop was set up. That's it. Read the article.
You were not set up. The article said, the man said, you kept bringing up the Adams man name as if you had clout, and the FBI said you don't have. They said the issue was Bishop Robbery was fully aware he had no connection good enough to get anybody any city deals or anything with Mayor Adams. But he was using the name and the clout of it to make people feel like he could get them things so that he could get things. Let me make you think I can help you get a city contract. Give me $5K and I'm going to help you get a city contract. Give me $10K and I'm going to help you get. That's what it was. That is not a setup. And my thing is, the only way it can be a setup is if you went through with it, which, as they said when they recorded the conversation, it seemed you went through it enough for them to have a case.
Yeah, and since the article came out, right, now it gives a balance to what's actually happening. All y'all have to do is watch stuff unfold. All I want is my life back. All I want is people to leave my family alone so I can move forward.
Nobody messing with y'all. No one. And I think it's a reason as to why ever since the robbery ever happened, we have never even heard from that man's wife. She has never addressed what happened from the robbery or anything that he going through. I said before, I have never seen a couple who are married, okay, and in love or whatever, and we never even see the other spouse just standing behind you at the press conference for when the people was arrested. She don't nothing. We never see y'all together ever. Before all this happened, there was stuff of them together, husband and wife, at the church, together forever. And from the stuff he posts on social media, stuff got real separate. So don't make it seem as if we ruined shit. You ruined it.
Period, point blank. I turn a young man in for allegedly committing a murder. They call me the bling bling bishop. They plaster me all over the place.
No. You were plastered maybe in the New Yorker, which really only people from New York, because if you are from Arkansas, you don't know shit about the New Yorker. You think anybody in Salt Lake City is around here reading the New Yorker? You think anybody in Hawaii and Honolulu, okay, is walking around reading the New York? You think anybody in Louisiana is down there reading the New Yorker? No.
They start talking about me. They start this. They start that. I was the hottest thing. It started dying down. Then my church got robbed.
Not stuff was dying down.
And boom, that was it. Then they caught the robbers. 2 months later, 3 months later, stuff started to die down. Boom, then I get arrested. Boom, it picks back up. Everybody's saying, oh, look, he got arrested. All people that I know, oh, I knew something was up. I knew this, I knew that. Now an article come out because this prideful con man goes and do this article, and now he exposes himself. And now his victims reach out to me. His victims reach out to me, and they telling me how upset they are and all the money that they lost. So read the article.
I'm telling y'all, it's a long article. I just don't have time to read it. What on here? I don't got time. If y'all, just go to the New Yorker, and on the page, if you just put in the search, put in, Lamar Whitehead, and the article, it's a long, detailed article, and he's leaving out stuff in this live that once you read the full article, it makes sense. But he leaves out just enough to where he make it seem like, oh, it's not really, it's not really that. It's like, no, sir, you look guilty. You look guilty. I'm not saying that you are guilty. What I'm saying is, from the information from all parties, the FBI arrests, the different stories, the lady who sued you for the $90K, it seems plausible.
And at the end of the day, this is what happened to black men. This is why there's so many innocent black men in prison, because they don't have no voice and nobody don't believe them.
We believe black men until we see they're guilty. Black men aren't innocent just because they're black men. No one is innocent because of their skin tone. Now, we know some white folk be innocent. Oh, because they're white. Now, we know that. We're going to leave that be. But we're not going to have a blanket statement about, oh, black men are in jail because no one believes them. We do believe. We do. When there are things to believe, we believe. We don't believe you.
This is why police officers are able to lock us up, beat us to death, and kill us. This is the reason why, right? Because we don't unite.
Well, see, he can come find me. I'm very careful in not using his name. I'm also very careful to not say anything is fact. Everything I'm saying is my opinion only. He can try me if he wants to. I'm good.
I'm asking you guys to unite with me, right? Because all the victims, well, a lot of the victims have already called and filed a report against him. Now let's see what's going to happen.
Okay, so why do you need us? If a lot of people have already called the FBI, the IRS, who all out ABC people, if all that man's people have called them, why do you need us? Because if that's the case should be over. If all these victims are coming out, against the one other people in your case, what are you worried about? Why is you even on here talking to us, sir? For what? Poor Kay.
Let's see what's going to happen. And Larry Reed, and Bernard Jordan. They all know what's going on. And Larry Reed is a part of it.
He mad, y'all. He upset.
Oh man, it's just so much. It's just like yo. It's like you guys got, and it's our own people, y'all. It's our own people, and this is why they could beat us to death. This is why they can shoot us when they want to shoot us, and then soon as they get off, everybody saying no justice, no peace. Here's the justice right here, y'all. I'm a young black bishop, pushing forward, fatherless. My mother raised me. So, listen, y'all. God bless you guys. I just want y'all to read the article. That's why I'm up here.
Now, he went on for, because again, I told y'all, he was live for an hour. I cut it down to 30 minutes. Okay? The bishop wants us to believe him. He wants us to believe that nobody around here can be honestly saying that he is, doing illegal things. He says, I am innocent. I did not do it. Believe me. Love me. It ain't me. It's them. Okay? We don't believe you. It ain't nothing wrong with us not believing him. Because the people who do believe him, those are the people he should focus on. When you know your truth and you have the folks who believe you, if you come out and gave your story for whoever to believe or not believe, once you said your piece, when you keep coming around here trying to browbeat people to believe you, it makes you seem more guilty. You should really just wait and let it be handled in a court system. But he can't do that because he needs to be the attention man. He needs to be the one on the front page. Okay, on the front page. Okay, anyway, y'all, that's all I have. Okay, we had a great watch along tonight. It's long. I'm tired. I need some water. Okay, I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. Tomorrow I'll be live for something I don't know. Okay, we shall see. We have an ice storm tomorrow, so I will be working from home and stuff. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Do not forget to do a couple things, okay? To subscribe to my channel, okay? To become a whole JayBird. Okay, follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, also on Twitter. Okay, y'all know to like the video. Please like the video. Y'all know to comment in the comment section. For those of y'all who are re-watching, the comment section is a place to come and have a conversation. Okay. Share the video. Hit share. Okay. We have a great time on our watch along. I'm always looking for stuff for us to watch along with. So when I find something else for us to watch along outside of Bishop Robbery, we will watch along together as a group, okay? Because we are the JayBirds, okay? Anyway, I gotta go. I love you all, okay? It's still Taco Tuesday. It's still Tequila Tuesday. It's still Tea Tuesday. Whatever tea you do that, okay? I gotta go. I love you all. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Good night.